Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo, Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our daily analysis. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's sorry. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I hope everyone is on a good terms now. The market is trying to recover, especially on the Nasdaq side. US30, German40, France 40. So if you are new to this channel, please smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. So I will start with the US oil. I hope you can see what's really happening here. So I will just start on a 4-hour time frame. Sorry, I'll just start on a 4-hour time frame. Why? Because now we are on a daily analysis. So we just do the analysis for today. But if you watched my previous video like yesterday or day before that, you will understand that this thing is actually reacting to exactly what we said, guys. Do you remember when I drew this thing yesterday and I said the market is just creating something like that? The market is just creating something like this and pushing up like that. Do you see that? And if I still remember, yesterday we were somewhere, I no longer remember, maybe somewhere here, I no longer remember, but I talked about these things before it can even reach this area, So now we see that the market is actually on a very strong bullish momentum, and it's difficult for the market to reach this area. So it means the market is just creating something like this. So mostly this is an uptrend, something like this. Do you see that? But if you draw the trend line, you might find that the supporting trend line, you might find that it's not going to work for you because you're going to miss some. So you're going to have to work with this. I don't know how to call this, but it's just a higher high, higher low. It means the market is actually, let me just clear this. The market creates like a higher high. Then after the move, the market is going to come back there again and respect the previous area and just continue doing like something like this. So I'll start from here. You can see from here. Actually, let me just clear this. Let me just use the lines once. From this area, do you see that? Do you see that? I hope you see this, guys, because this is what it's happening at the moment. And if most of you won't really see this. So let me try to do it like this. So do you see what I'm trying to show you here? The market is actually pushing up, coming back and respect our previous area here. Do you see that? And after, remember, we have this area, the market is going to push, break that area, and then the market is coming back around that area. It's respecting that area again, the previous area. Then it's pushing, it's going to break that area. And what do we see? We see that the market is coming back to respect the previous area. So it's like higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, coming back, something like that. So that is called like a very, very strong bullish momentum. But still, we still have our support area around this area. But we don't know when the market is going to come back there. Even if maybe we try to draw the resistance or support line around or very close to the chart, that is still we're going to miss some very nice opportunities. But this way, it's how you can kill the market. Or maybe not kill, maybe it's how you can profit from the market. Let me try to do that. Maybe you can get it. Yeah, I don't think you're going to take advantage of everything, but maybe that way. I don't think this way it's very great. But what I can advise you is try to draw stuff like this here. And maybe even here, because these are the very closest one. So the market might create something like this. Let's say maybe something like this before breaking up, coming back again, maybe respect twice, then push up again. So if you draw something like that, you will understand when the market is going to create those things, and you're not going to miss those opportunities. Do you see that? So yeah, at the moment I'm still bullish on US oil. I hope everyone is still bullish. Why? We are still on that uptrend. I hope you understand that when the market is going up, don't just sell anywhere, guys. The market is actually pushing higher. That is going to help you to reduce the risk of losing in the market, going with the trend. But we have different style of trading. I understand people, some they can just sell whenever they want to sell. It's fine. It's still early in the morning, guys. We have to drink that coffee. We have to drink that coffee. So now we are on US sorry, on gold. So on gold, if you still remember, we are still on bullish. So the market at the moment we are here. If you missed my previous video, please go back and try to watch them. So at the moment we are here, remember the market respected this area. Then after, the market just pushed higher. Do you see that? So after that, we see that it seems like we have an area that we can call a resistant area around there. But it seems like the market is respecting that area. Do you see that? So if it respects that area, it means we're going to have something like this. Firstly, we have something like this. Let's make that very thing. So the secondly, we have something, we're going to have something like this. If the market is just going to continue like that, it means maybe the market is just going to continue respecting this area until we see. But at the moment, we're not like 100% because we have this confirmed area here. Then plus we are not on a downtrend, so it's not going to be easy for everyone just to sell around this area. You see, but maybe if you want to scalp, maybe yes, you can just take those trades. But without that, I don't think maybe you should just jump on a sell. This thing can still push higher and reach this area before we see a sell off, or maybe the market is going to break this area and push to the right side, or to the upper side, you see. So I don't think maybe there's much that I can share on gold. I think everything's just straightforward. We see an overbought moment, even if it's not really reaching the upper ones. But I can just say, if maybe it's respecting this area, maybe you can just jump on it and do the sell thing for those who sell on an uptrend. But if you really follow the trend, I don't advise anyone to sell around this area. This thing can even reach this area before we can see that sell-off. I hope you understand that, guys. Guys, you see, when you follow the rules, and the unfortunate part of following the rules is sometimes you go into most of the time you just go into wait. Most of the time you're going to wait for the right opportunity, because if you don't follow the rules, it means you just all over the place, so you just go up and down and stuff like that. So now we are on German30 or German40. What is happening here? We saw before that yesterday, I still remember yesterday, if you did watch the previous video, the market was just going down nicely, and I even drawn this channel and the market was just going down like that. And here we had this support area. Do you still remember? So the market respected that area, and we see the market breaking out of that channel. And this is our entry. This is our entry. That was a buy stop. And just look here, they made some very nice profit, obviously. So let's just try to push a little closer and see what's really happening. So what's happening here is, let me just remove our entries, our TP. When you join the team, guys, this is what you're going to find. We wait for the breakouts, retest, so some stuff like that. So here what happened is, let me just do this like this. What happened here is, or let me just use 2 hour time frame so that you can see the bigger picture. I hope So what happened is the market pushed her up, broke that resistance here and closed above that, right? So after that, to confirm that, you know what, this thing is just really buying, the market respected that and created a retest. A retest is when the market breaks an area and come back and respect that area. Something like this. Maybe the market is moving like this. It will break this area, break here, then comes back again on that area before pushing up. This is what we see here. The market broke out, see a retest, now the market is pushing up. So it's not surprising, the market has been just selling off, guys. This is a new year, the market might continue going straight up. But remember, when the market is just going straight up, it doesn't mean that the market won't come a little bit. So the market has to move with waves, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So the market might create something like this. Easy as that. So at the moment, I don't see that bearish momentum. The bearish momentum was here. You see, we drawn that a downtrend. So the market was around here. At the time, we call it a bearish. At the moment, the market broke out of that. So now the market is actually bullish. It means what do? We only look for buy positions, but we don't just buy anywhere. We wait for the market to create a higher low. A higher low is when the market is trying to reject little bit, just to breathe before we see the market pushing up. Breathe, push up, breathe, push up. I hope you remember that. I hope you remember that. So let's move to the next one, which is US30. We also killed US30. You can see I've drawn these things yesterday. You know what I do actually? That's why you find these things here. Once I trade, once I make that profit, I get out, guys. I don't even open the chart. So that's why you will find my chart like this. Learn to get out when you make some profit. Even if you lose, learn to do the same thing. When you make profit, get out. When you lose, get out. Just forget about the market. You will see the market tomorrow. You have a life, guys. Sticking to the chart the whole day won't change everything. Don't change anything. Won't make you successful. Won't make you to be skillful. But the planning that you have towards the market, that is a different thing, because you might stick to the market and you just do the analysis without doing any plan. So that might be something else. So what do we see here? We see that the market was just going lower. This actually, the market was just scaring us. The market pushed lower here day before, then came back again, pushed lower again. After we had this resistance, then the market just pushed up. So let me just redraw those resistant lines. I think they were something like this. I think they were supposed to be something like this. Yeah, I think they were supposed to be like that. So from there, I see that the market just aggressively pushed higher. So we had this, you can see even here the market was just moving in this channel. So the market was just creating something like that. But after I drawn this thing, you can go back and check the analysis. After that, the market closed above, broke that resistance and closed above that. Then after, it's where we had some nice buys, and even now the market is still pushing up. So what's happening at the moment? Do you think maybe the market will go lower? No, I don't think so. If it goes lower, it's not like a sell-off. It's just a small rejection for you to have the opportunity to enter again. The market will always create things like this. So for you to have those nice entries, it's like when the market is like going lower, it will also create something like that. Go up. When it goes up like this, that doesn't mean that it's changing the direction to a bullish. No, it's just giving the sellers or shorts an opportunity to sell again. You see, to sell again. You see here, until we break that area, it's where we can say now we're looking for those type of moves, but in a different way, upside down. Now the market it will be pushing up. So don't panic and say, oh, the market now it's selling and stuff like that. Not now, not yet. The market might still push up. Remember, guys, we had some very strong sell-off since December. So that might be recovered. Just look what happened, guys. The market has to come back here again. So if you have some entries, if you get some small moves here, a rejection, and you enter, I can just advise you just to hold a little bit. The market has to come back here again and recover this space. I hope you see that. I hope you understand and you see that. Because the market will come here next week or next week. We will be talking a different story when the market is around here. And remember, you saw the market from this area. And just look, these are the opportunities which happens before your eyes. Take those opportunities, but remember, use a very small lot size. Another, yeah. So let me just continue with this before I preach. So here my overview for today is we just wait for a small rejection before you enter. Small rejection before you enter. Don't just jump here and think maybe the market won't reject. The market will always give you that chance, you see. So I don't look for any bearish momentum at the moment. I'm just looking for bullish. I hope you understand that. So let's move to Nasdaq. So yeah, now we are on Nasdaq, guys. We are on Nasdaq. So what do we see on Nasdaq? It's quite easy, guys. It's quite easy. But before I go on Nasdaq, I just want to let you know that, guys, sometimes I can say, even if maybe you don't know much about trading or the strategies or whatever, the key to make it in this industry, it's for you just to apply risk management. If you can master that, or if maybe you don't understand risk management, you can use a different method. Because even before I started to at least to see the profit, what I did was I had a smaller account, and for me to stay longer in the game, I was forced to just use a very small lot size. And even the time my account started to change to a bigger number, I saw that every time when I use that a bigger lot size, yes, I can make enough profit, but I was like, the market was going to take me out very easily. So what if I have like $1,000, and what if I just risk only $5 and $10? How long will you think? How long will it take you to blow that $1,000 if you only risk $5 or $10? It's going to take you some time. You can even take a year maybe to blow that account if you strictly follow that discipline. And another thing is, you do that, and at the same time you become very disciplined about that. You don't change that. Just use the same lot size, even if it's not the same, but just make sure you use a very small lot size. And with this method, it helped me. Like I ended up not even using the stop loss. Why? Because even when the market goes against me, the negative was like crazy small. Like I have $1,000 account, I just used 0.04, and on a broker which is not like really crazy like other brokers. So it means if maybe I'm on that negative, you might find that the market moved very crazy, but when I check, I'm still under $50. The market did not even reach $50. So it means I can let the market do its thing and come back again and turn my positions into profit, which is crazy because I can trade the whole 3 months, but I don't even panic. I don't place the stop loss, but I'm not advising people not to place the stop loss. I'm just telling you that if you apply that type of method of using a very small lot size, don't expect too much profits. But you know what I've realized is mostly you're still going to make enough profit, because when you make profits, you can reach your target, whatever. You can just get out another position, you open and stuff like that. So per day, you might find that you actually made something. It's not like if maybe you use a bit smaller lot size, you're not going to make something. So the aim with the strategy is it's a bigger account with a very small lot size, which it will just take a year for you to blow that account. So if the market will just go up and down, you can maybe trade. Let's say maybe you bought around this area, the market might go even reach this area. When you check, you're still fresh, you don't even panic. So when the market is trying to push up, you can see the bigger picture. Oh, now maybe I entered very early. You can open another positions around this area. And when the market is coming back, before you even reach here, you already made some enough profit. You can even scale up, going up, scale up, going up. And remember, you have the previous position. But the advantage is that your lot size is very small. what you do is you always capitalize. It doesn't matter how much you make, but you always capitalize. That is what we want in the game. In this game, mostly people, they look for the big cash. But remember, when you look for those big amount, even the losing is actually, the loss is going to be crazy. So those people, they every 3 months is too much. They will always deposit now and then. They withdraw today, then tomorrow they trade, they blow the account. They have to take their profit back and trade again, and which is something that I don't like. Rather make small amount which is consistent. Then you know when you made that, it's yours. It's yours. Not going to go back and deposit that again. I hope you got something from that. I understand not everyone is going to understand that, but I think that might help you. So now we are on Nasdaq on 4-hour time frame. What do we see, guys? We see that the market was just going up and down yesterday. Remember, we had Fed statement yesterday. Jerome Powell was like, I think there were so many. I was just watching the video, and there was so many stuff going on. But everything was just positive, guys. So the market day before, you can see the market reached the support area, or maybe we can say it broke that because our line was around this area. Then I just adjusted my line to reach that area. So the market, let me zoom that. The market actually created some sort of a bearish momentum. Only 2 hours maybe it's visible. So created some sort of a bearish momentum. You can see that. So the market came back, respected that area, then we broke out of that, right? And then once the market is retesting that, the market just sold off again. You see the market reached this area. I was still in the trade. Why? Because I don't really risk much. So when the market is going up again, I was in profit. Simple as that. But for someone who is over risking, if we say buy around this area and the market is going down like that, it's where you're going to see the problem. It's where you're going to see the problem. You can see the market retested. Instead of the market pushing up from this area, the market kept going lower and lower. And that, it made other people maybe to get out. And maybe they lost from there. Why? Because they always want to make big cash. Not every day. You can't make that every day, you see. So this retest was very great, but unfortunately we have this long week here. Then the market just came back again. Even now the market is pushing up. So what do I see today? I see that the market reached an area where we can say maybe that area, when we check the previous move, you can see that we had that area from this area. Do you see this? The market respected this, the market respected there. Here we saw a breakout, then the market again came back and respected. So now we are here. So for us to have that nice buy, what do? We wait for the market to break this area. Then we're going to take the trades above this resistance here. The resistance is at 15,909. I hope you can mark that. So there's possibility that the market can push lower from there. Why? Because we can see that area was respected, but it's not that crazy strong. We might see maybe a small sell-off before we see another push. Small sell-off before we see another push. What I know is the market, one way or another, even if it still keeps going down, the market will, one way or another, is going to reach that area again. 16,700. The market has to reach that. So we have to keep scaling up, going to the top with the market, because that's how things are, and we think the market is going to reach there. And very soon, yesterday, we just broke out of that resistance, which means we just broke here, which means the market is still fresh on this bullish momentum, still very, very fresh. So we expect the market to reach those areas. So let me show you how big is this trend, or the candlesticks. Just look at that. We are not even halfway there. You can see here, we have to reach these areas. So it means around this area, and it's funny because Nasdaq won't give you that chance. You see, just look at this area here. You see that there is not an area where maybe you were going to get some nice entry. Look at that. So only few candlesticks, only small rejections, then the market will just shoot up. So wait for some nice, I don't know if maybe you should wait or what, but some small consolidation around this area, it's where you can get some nice entries, especially here. Here it's where you should get that. Once it breaks here, just get in, because you might not get those long rejections, then the market will just run off. And I think from this area we might get some very like a new highs from this area. The market might push. We get a new high, then the market might try to go lower a little bit before we see another push. Remember, this is still second week of January, still early. Play safe in the market. Don't risk much. If you're not subscribed, guys, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. If you want to get that signal indicator that my students are making money with it, it's only $20. If you want my mentorship to show you the road to lead you to the greener pastures, it's not the signals, it's me showing you the right stuff, how to do things. It's only $20. If you want my VIP signals, it's also $20. Everything's just $20 each, not combined. Each of them is just $20. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. Bow.